Just hilarious. She's getting replaced.
He is?
Yeah. Y'all don't see it?
I see it, but I didn't think it was official.
Not formally, but I think
No,
it's happening.
I think so.
Has a contract that at some point where they have to renegotiate.
I don't think they will.
Yeah,
Lauren.
She is
she's
incredible.
phenomenal. I like her a lot.
Incredible.
I think she's dope.
They say she does too much research. Jess said, damn, you researched, you went to this. Like,
Not
that's
like
a
that.
bad thing.
But back to this shit. Listen, I gotta speak on it because it's all over the motherfucking internet. Everything that's being said is what I said years and years ago. I just hope that Charlamagne and them don't get accused of something. Because you remember when Angela Yee left, she said she was being harassed up there and shit like that. She didn't leave. You know, when I'm gonna keep it real. When these women be leaving, they leave with a fury.
Of course they do.
It's like that. Yeah. That's why I picked her to fill in for me for maternity leave. This woman every day. It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of things that I deal with. I ain't expecting not one motherfucker to feel sorry for me because that's not what I'm looking for. I don't care. And I haven't said a motherfucking thing. Listen, I'm not intimidated by no woman walking on this earth. Just know I did not like her when I first came back. I didn't. The first thing that she talks about is the shit that was in the comments. What the fuck would make me want to talk about the fucking comments first? I got a beautiful baby at home. Why? You know what I'm saying? So no, I did not like her when I first came back. It's the crazy thing. This is another crazy thing. We supposed to be a team up that bitch. Not one person comes to my defense at all. Like when I'm not one motherfucker. And man, listen, I know one thing. Angela Yee ain't that motherfucking crazy. Not as crazy as niggas try to make her out to be. Nah, it's the reason that lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that shit for 13 years, my nigga. I'm telling you. I don't give a fuck. Y'all already know what's up with me. I feel played with, I'ma play with niggas. Like, that's just like, come on. I've been quiet a lot. If Jess Hilarious is quiet, it's a motherfucking reason. I always got my motherfucking mouth open. But if niggas is a team, if we supposed to be a team, how about y'all clear some of this shit up for y'all teammate? This shit is ran like a high school. Yeah. It's ran like a high school. Every day, and they always talk about, you ain't at work. Yeah, bitch, I started picking up more shows. Hell no. That's how I'm getting. Hell no.
Or who said that?
All I'm saying is this. I would be less than the man I am if I really rubbed it in. But I remember one time when her and mild ass Donnell Rawlins was talking shit about me, and she said, what he got? All he got is that 5150 show. That's all he got. Yeah. But what you got? Nothing.
Reset TV, hope all of y'all are doing good, man. This is Gravitating Away, and apparently Jess Hilarious, phrased by Corey Holcomb as less hilarious, is not doing so great. Real quick, if you're new to the channel, Spike Lee that joint. Do the right thing, y'all. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. But I definitely appreciate it if you keep coming back. So let's get right into it. Jess Hilarious, I would say over the last couple of weeks, but more importantly, over the last several days, there were rumors that there's a rift between her and new co-host Lauren.
And now I heard about her up at the Breakfast Club. Well, this is what happened at the Breakfast Club. She took that job. She got that job because I think she had a social media presence. I can't imagine why else.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
She got that job. And I always said she wasn't talented.
This ain't up a wall.
She got the job and got knocked up shortly afterwards. And the worst thing in the world happened. They brought in somebody who was talented.
Who they bring in?
Homegirl from, she used to be on TMZ.
Yeah, she has experience with doing that. When she talks, her voice I don't know her name.
Yeah.
The girl who is Lauren. That girl know what she doing. She knows how to fit in with Charlamagne and the other guy, DJ Envy. It's like it's seamless when she there.
Right.
It's the talent. The talent shows out. And then Les Hilarious ain't even reading right. And now she had a job where all she had to do was deliver the news. She had a segment on The Breakfast Club. The other girl who has experience and talent at this job took her segment. Right. Not because she tried to, it's just you saw somebody who's talented. And then you see, read that, Les Hilarious.
And she stood in for her when she took off maternity leave.
When she stood in for, Les Hilarious, you should have had your baby on camera at The Breakfast Club.
Who, of course, not necessarily knew she was her replacement in Jess' inception on the job, who therefore went on maternity leave because she was pregnant. And we're gonna definitely touch on that. Regardless if it's a good look or not, she was pregnant. Jess claims she chose Lauren as her replacement while time off on maternity leave. Folks, you ever realize that sometimes people take for granted that your replacement might very well be better than you? No shade. But before we go into all of these details, I just want to play Jess speaking out because finally she addressed all of the rumors. And she also addressed Corey Holcomb vaguely. Didn't say his name, but if you know, you know. And once we drop this video, which by the way, I'm not gonna drop it at its entirety. There will be a link for the full video in the description, but once she completes her rant, we'll come back with the commentary.
Yeah, that's why I picked her to fill in for me for maternity leave. This woman every day. Every day. I don't have no reason to fucking hate on that girl. I don't. No, I didn't like her when I came back because I'm like, all right, what's going on? What's going on? She knew it. We had a conversation. Because the anger was misplaced. Nah, it ain't even you that I don't like. I'm realizing this is the way these niggas is doing shit up here that I don't like. Okay, got it. Now, it's her segment. I went to the person who does the intros, the sounds. Went to Taylor. Yo, Taylor, make Lauren her intro. Take Jess with the mess, all that shit. She says, things can't just change like that. Why the fuck not? Why not? Y'all changing everything else, and I'm the only one that don't know. My goofy ass don't know nothing. I'm just coming to work every day, just zippity-doo-dah-day, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, take my name out that shit. Jess with the Mess is not at Breakfast Club. I'm Jess Hilarious up here. Fuck, I'm Jessica Moore up here. Jess with the Mess is not being done. Lauren LaRosa is doing the shit. So that need to be her segment. I fought for that segment. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? While her fans and her people and the Breakfast Club people and the people in the comments, man, I'm not ready to sit up here and act like I don't see that shit. Are y'all crazy? One thing I ain't never try to do is act unbothered unless shit never bothered me. Man, what? You try coming back to work. You try to come back to work, and the motherfucker is right there at your desk, and ain't nobody telling you shit, mind you. Nobody telling you nothing, mind you. Before you know it, everybody thinking you're the villain. Like I'm the villain, cause I didn't know shit. I'm sick of that. I'm very, very sick of that. I'm sick of the shit. It's weird. It's weird. I don't fuck with it. Just be quiet up there. I'm not fighting over no mic space. I'm not fighting over no mic. That's why I went from shut up and hush to not saying nothing. No. I'm not gonna compete where I already won this competition. I didn't know it was supposed to be 4. If this was presented to me, prior to hire, then I wouldn't have been so shocked. Like, oh shit, all right, cool. So when we bringing in the fourth person, shit, that's what's up, cool. It's only time for that segment. You know what I'm saying? We had a meeting today to restructure the show and shit like that. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. That went crazy too. Listen. It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of things that I deal with. I ain't expecting not one motherfucker to feel sorry for me because that's not what I'm looking for. I don't care. And I haven't said a motherfucking thing. At all. At all. I haven't said anything. It's the crazy thing, yo. I'm gonna let y'all know this. The craziest shit is, right? I wanted Breakfast Club so bad. I wanted it. I grew up on the show. The fuck? Like, what? Hall of Fame show? What are we talking about? Syndicated radio? This ain't my first time doing radio, but I'm just saying, like, this is the biggest fucking show culturally. You know what I'm saying? I was eating that shit up the whole year I co-hosted. Eating that shit up until I had to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a baby. In this industry, what I'm doing ain't no right time to have a baby, so you have them when you have them. I don't regret when I got pregnant. I don't. I got pregnant on fucking purpose. That's what I wanted, a baby, and that's what I got. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted Breakfast Club. You feel me? And I'm gonna say this. I don't fucking need to be there. I wanted to be there. I loved being there. That was my shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, that was my shit. I used to be happy as a motherfucker on the radio. Yeah, definitely. I'm not intimidated by no woman walking on this earth. I give a crown to that girl. If you listen to the show, you know. Nigga talking about she trying to be my friend. Excuse me? Ain't nobody trying to be no motherfucking friends. What are we talking about? We just naturally, organically became cool. Once I realized what the fuck was going on, like I said, my anger was misplaced. No, I did not like her when I first came back. I didn't. Even down to how I was supposed to return. Like, we had a whole plan on how I was supposed to come back. When I walk in the room, she never left. First thing she say is not, how your baby doing? No, that was Envy, because he's the family man, right? How was maternity leave? No, that's not the first. The first thing that she talks about is the shit that was in the comments. What the fuck would make me want to talk about the fucking comments first? I got a beautiful baby at home. Why? You know what I'm saying? So no, I did not like her when I first came back. I had to learn that Lauren was not a spiteful person. Like, I'm like, I don't like the way you moving. I don't like, I ain't feeling this shit. We had a whole nother plan. I don't know what the fuck what that was in there, but that shit wasn't it. I ain't like that. We've made cool since then. That's it, right? I compliment this girl every fucking day. Every day. And it ain't forced. She's a beautiful girl. She knows her shit and she on her shit. And that segment came from me. Like, let's not even sit here and fucking play around with it. Like, it's the crazy thing. This is another crazy thing. We supposed to be a team up that bitch. Not one person comes to my defense at all. Like, when I'm like, not one motherfucker ever with this online shit. Like, why the fuck should we have to keep playing it? Man, listen, I know one thing. Angela Yee ain't that motherfucking crazy. Not as crazy as niggas try to make her out to be. Nah, it's the reason that lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that shit for 13 years, my nigga. I'm telling you. I don't give a fuck. y'all already know what's up with me. I feel played with, I'ma play with niggas. Like, that's just like, come on. I've been quiet a lot. If Jess Hilarious is quiet, it's a motherfucking reason. I always got my motherfucking mouth open. All the time. Whether it's something y'all want to hear or it's something that y'all ain't gonna want to hear. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. Didn't go live to talk about that retired ass nigga. Who still think he not retired. Nigga, you ain't doing nothing. And honestly, if he didn't hate me so much, I would actually agree with some shit that he was saying. I would. The girl is great at what she do. Lauren with the latest is flawless. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. She got that. I fought for that. The fuck is we talking about? I don't know how long it's gonna take for a motherfucker to confirm that. But yeah, it's like that. I started saying shit on air. Like I said, I don't know if y'all really listen to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all really listen to that shit 6 a.m. or wherever. Yeah. I advocated for that. Get that shit to her. Get that segment to her, man. That girl do what she do. She do it great. She was doing it great at TMZ. She doing it great up the Breakfast Club. I also, Ben said that she did great during the co-hosting year too. Said that. Along with Claudia Jordan and Jason Lee. I also said that. Okay? Stop trying to make me out to be the villain. Or like I'm the fucking hater or something. I ain't never gonna hate on no fucking woman. Ever. No. Now listen. I may not say everything that y'all, I may offend women here and there. I offend men here and there. I offend others here and there, Okay. Y'all ain't gonna agree with everything I say and do, but I am never going to hate on a woman, especially if she got it going on. Yeah, I'm not. And Lauren LaRosa got it going on. She did. You know what I'm saying? I tell her that. Ask her. I don't know if she'll say it online. She thanks me on air, but she don't thank me online. I don't, you know what I'm saying? And I guess, shit a little different, online. But if niggas is a team, if we supposed to be a team, how about y'all clear some of this shit up for y'all teammate? This shit is ran like a high school. Yeah. It's ran like a high school. It is. Fair East Side High. Fair East Side High. Before Mr. Clark, though. Like when he first got there. Y'all want a bitch to keep her cool. Look, check this out, y'all. Look, man. I get up every fucking day. Every day. And they always talk about, you ain't at work. Yeah, bitch, I started picking up more shows. Hell no. That's how I'm getting. Hell no.
So there you have it. For those of you that know Jess Hilarious, you're not surprised by her demeanor. Rather, you shouldn't be surprised. The vulgarity, the masculine bravado. Let me get this out of the way because I got to make a point that I know for a fact is important, y'all. See, a lot of YouTubers are already covering this story, and of course, she works for a nationally syndicated radio, and in fact, one could say it's the face of the culture. This so-called hip-hop culture, i.e., in correlation with the black culture. You got a lot of YouTubers that are talking about the dynamics between Jess Hilarious and her co-host Lauren and their status on the show, all of this stuff. And I like to do my research. I like to get a temperature check, right? With what points are they hitting are they mirroring my opinion? And you know, opinions are subjective, they're different. But I'm surprised most folks didn't point this out. So yeah, let me go ahead and say this before I go in. Jess hilarious, y'all. If you remember her come up, you gotta respect it. And for those of you that are YouTubers or content creators, whatever, even in life, if you're doing a business, whatever, you gotta respect people that build something from the ground up. Whether you think a social media personality is not that important or not that great, nonetheless, she garnered a following doing what she did. Doing what she did, meaning being somewhat funny, I guess. People found her funny. I did too. She was showcasing her and her then on boyfriend, she's no longer with, some light-skinned Chico DeBarge looking brother with braids. I'm not trying to be funny, but I always laughed at that whole dynamic. And she always showcased her son. Some people are uncomfortable with it. She wasn't. And going back into how Jess made it big, Corey also chimed in, not knowing necessarily who Jess was at the time, because Jess, hilarious, did a photo shoot with her then. I think he was about 6 or 7 years old, her son, and they both were basically damn near nude.
So somebody must have heard I was going to be on Wild 'N Out. And somebody must have been scared I was going to take that spot. Corey Holcomb. Nick been saving you for years, bro. Nick can't save you from me, baby. Boy, if you don't get your fat out of work, I wish I was still funny. Zealous comedian, old joke, retired. Baby Shaquille O'Neal looking ass the fuck up out of here, boy. Looking like you swallowed your fucking career. Nigga, you never made the fucking cut. The only day of the year you get to be a real comedian is on Halloween when you dress up as Cedric the Entertainer, boy. How the fuck you still on Wild 'N Out as an intern? Getting your hours for volunteer work. I'd rather get in the studio with Nick Cannon than to have you on my lineup, nigga. You had so much to say about my picture with my son after you beat off to it. As soon as you put that fucking burger down and log back in, get at me.
Wasn't the cutest thing. It's not something that I divulge into in terms of criticizing. That's your business. I really don't care. Would I do it or be cool with my woman doing that? Hell the fuck no. But Corey made himself known, or his opinion known, that that was whack, that was trash. And for years now, Corey has been on the throat of Jess Hilarious, and vice versa, Jess has been on Corey's throat. Although now she's trying to pretend she's taking the high road by not mentioning Corey's name, but they're at odds with one another. Corey thinks Jess Hilarious is a prop-up star. She's social media funny, but not stand-up comedian funny, and I agree with Corey. I damn well agree with Corey. Now, would I keep talking about Jess Hilarious? Not necessarily, because I don't want to look bitter, you feel me? But Corey is used to it, so I don't think it bothers him when people call him bitter or he's going in on a woman. And this is where we got to touch base with.
And motherfucker, let me tell you something less hilarious. Oh my God, you said some slick shit. Ain't back too quick. You got to get that weight up. Your voice too deep to have weight on you. It's hilarious, boy. You look like LeBron and Drag at a Diddy party on that show the other day. I was like, who does that? That's less hilarious.
He's just a broken person, period. And I do feel like you'll need help. He needs help. Like
that point right there, people saying, Corey, you know, it doesn't look good, you're going in on a woman. And we gotta lament on that, which most YouTubers were not pointing this fact out that I'm about to break down about this entire Jess Hilarious situation, right? Seemingly fired from the Breakfast Club because, if you don't know, she had a meeting with executives and they asked her to take on another role. I don't watch the Breakfast Club anymore for several years now, but every now and then I pop in and I check in on it. I already know which role they was gonna give Jess. See, if Jess can piggyback into her natural role as this one-liner, right? Every now and then roaster gig that she kind of started with on YouTube, it'll be cool. I don't think the news is for her. Jess is a natural radio personality. I cannot hold y'all. She's meant for the radio. You're a hater if you don't see that. She's good at what she do. Certain segments and roles they want her to play, it's not gonna land well. When you listen to a Lauren, feminine, easygoing, seems to get along with everyone. It doesn't seem difficult to assimilate into a working professional atmosphere the way you would want your woman to be, or any female you have to deal with. See, that's pleasant. But we know why they wanted Jess Hilarious in the first place. They wanted her because she had a following. I don't think they wanted her necessarily for her talent. Lauren is media trained. She came through the grounds of a TMZ, y'all. She's media trained. Jess claims that she hand-selected Lauren as her replacement. I don't know how necessarily true that is, but I gotta give her the benefit of the doubt. So if it's true that you hand-selected Lauren, well then, Jess, you hand-selected your replacement. But let's go to the point that I'm trying to do, man, that I'm trying to give y'all. Jess Hilarious, despite the backhanded compliments she was giving Lauren, despite pretending, and in her words, she does not need the Breakfast Club, even though we saw her host a show for being welcome onto the Breakfast Club before they even selected her. I mean, this was crazy, because for a moment there, it wasn't made official, and it was like an embarrassing thing. She had this big party, but forward to today, she's saying she doesn't need the Breakfast Club. She wanted to be on there. More and more backhanded compliments. But for me, of what I noticed that a lot of YouTubers didn't point out was, can we just say the elephant in the room? Jess Hilarious seems difficult to work with. Jess Hilarious has this masculine energy that a significant amount of black women, young or old, in this community has paraded around with for too long unchecked.
So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm on air. She overtalks. She's overtalking me. Lauren knows she does this shit. Whatever. I've told her about this shit many a times. You know, she overtalks me. I'm like, yo, shut up. All right? Or hush, be quiet. Yeah, that clip that y'all saw. Yes, shut up. Be quiet. Yeah, I've said that. And I've meant that. You know what I mean? That's the only way to get her to hush. So I'm like, all right, cool. One day, I told her, because I went in the comments, I'm like, all right, people don't like that. All right, whatever. You know, I'm not her mother. She's another grown woman. I have to respect this lady, but she's not gonna keep talking over me, yo. I'm already confused on why the fuck she's still here. You know what I mean? Like on air, not in the building, on air, right? So I'm like, all right. I told her be quiet the next day. Charlamagne texts me and he says, yo, don't tell her be quiet.
Jess Hilarious comes across as somebody you really don't want to hold a conversation with. I'm just being honest with you. At least from a male's perspective. And I can't just land it there. It gotta be from a female's perspective, because most of you guys already clash with one another for whatever reason. I know I ain't lying about that. Ask most females, they don't want to be around each other. They gotta fake it. But even in trying to fake it, you could see Jess Hilarious being uncomfortable watching Lauren blow up right in front of her face. Jess Hilarious has never showed range in assimilating into different areas of professionalism, right? If you even want to think YouTube as being professionalism, but that syndicate you came from, the Chitlin circle of content creation, roasting stars, roasting people online, you had to step your game up, Jess, and I really thought you would, knowing you're going to be a part of a nationally syndicated radio show as The Breakfast Club. Let's circle back to Angela Yee. No matter how many people probably didn't like Angela Yee, her feminine energy made you accept her. Her feminine energy made you stomach her. In fact, some of us even liked her because she knew how to play her part. Regardless if you didn't like Angela Yee or not, she didn't come on as this brash woman that you would probably fall into an argument with. Somebody that just kind of made your blood boil for no reason. Because even looking at Jess Hilarious, I think, and maybe y'all may disagree, I think Jess Hilarious is beautiful. I know some people probably gonna laugh about that, whatever. She ain't got no edges, all that dumb stuff. I'm a man, I'm a real man. Jess Hilarious is beautiful. I love her features, minus the whole BBL thing, whatever. The point is, she's very beautiful to me. But a lot of y'all got that resting bitch face. And she's one of them. And when you look at her, you're like, God damn. You ever met a woman in public and she just looks beautiful? For you at least? And maybe somehow, some way you spark a conversation with her. And the attitude, man. The attitude, no matter how much you probably want to clap them cheeks. And you might very well so still do it. I mean, let's be honest. But you probably have no other plans in terms of being with her or having consistent conversation, because you just know, especially if you're a man of history that's dealt with women like that, you know it's gonna be drama.
Wow, I really got the fucking job. Now I have to do the fucking job. It's like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. I fucking hate interviews. That's the baby talking. It's like, no, I fucking hate interviews. All eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Hey. Yo, King Combs really said, y'all raided this house, but y'all ain't raided the one next door. We own it too. His father should fuck him straight up. He say pregnant pussy is the best pussy. Ow. But get the fuck away from me, because you don't want to do this to me and this shit hurt. I don't know if it's your hormones or your pregnancy brain. No, bitch. You stole my charger. No, give it the fuck back. Don't ride your bike past my car. And don't try to touch my stomach to see if it's hard, bitch, because it's not. Brandy really said, I want to be down. I got to be down. Girl, no. Excuse me. We trying to pull off. Who do you think I am? Make me the publicist. But I chose to let him know that. Why are you gay? Who says I'm gay? You are gay. Girl, what? Meanwhile, Risa Tisa writing her book. And when
i.e. Jess Hilarious dating Country Wayne. Regardless of how you feel about Country Wayne, he does not appear to be a toxic man. Their breakup seemed pretty cordial, right? Pretty cool. They put a mic in Jess' face about potentially being Country Wayne's wife, and she went in. I can't do traditional housewife this. I can't do this with a man. I mean, it was so nasty. And a lot of you ladies don't understand, most men and women, especially in the professional segment, don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with that, y'all. Jess Hilarious, even when she was speaking on her rant about why she don't F with the Breakfast Club and the backhanded compliments she was giving Lauren, if you guys caught that, I mean, it was so obvious, you would think you was talking to a ghetto booger, hood booger, bruh. You wouldn't think you're speaking to a woman of class and grace and elegance, being in her feminine state. You think you talking to a ghetto ass nigga. A lot of you females do that. You don't know how to capitulate to the bottom line, the status quo. It's not about your damn attitude. And leave it to Jess. She thought it was a flex saying, y'all know how I do it. Y'all know how I do it. Y'all know how I do it. She kept reiterating that. I'm telling you, man, this mantra a lot of you women put on, this bravado. And I used to think, you know, when people told me women of the Northeast, black women of the Northeast, that is, are very machismo, very masculine, and is very, very much so a turn off. Like they're talking about your New York women, your Philly women, and the women from B-More. I always told them, you know, don't be so one-minded like that. It's really most women, black women that is, in the black community. You can relegate it to the Northeast if you want to, but I've been around here. It's most black women. I don't care if they're from freaking Alaska. If they adopt that hood mentality, that single motherhood concept of being this boisterous, independent black woman with no boundaries or understanding that you gotta tone that down sometime. Yes, Jess Hilarious came into notoriety for being that loudmouth. But yo, this is the Breakfast Club. You couldn't even fake like you were cool with Lauren. You were upset that they still kept Lauren around at the Breakfast Club when you came back from maternity leave? Hello, lady, this is business. In business, things change all day, every day. The show ain't about you. You were offended to still see Lauren was there? I mean, I can see that. But why do you have to play to that? it's a damn shame too, because I thought the Breakfast Club was a big come up for you, Jess, because we all know that so-called shitty rap career you was doing was trash. You was trying to be like them IG girls, and that was never your thing. I don't know what it is with a lot of you guys. When you come into fame and everybody knows your name, I remember Tupac had that poem. He called it Fame and said, fame, everybody knows your name. You're never alone again. And I just used to think about that poem from the time I was 12 years old. And a lot of you that get into fame, you have no humbleness to you. You become arrogant. And Jess, you already had an underlying energy about being this ghetto ratchet, yo. And it's like the fame enhanced it more and more. And I would watch you go at certain celebrities or certain people that you would just go in on, and it would change from being funny to like, damn, this sounds nasty. A lot of people are turned off by that. I'm telling you, no matter how much females in your comment section are big upping you, they know when they're not in that comment section, they're saying, damn, this girl ratchet as fuck. They're making fun of you. They're not fans of you, because somebody that loved you should have said, yo, you gotta know how to play the game. And if you don't know how to play the game, the Breakfast Club was never for you. Stay in the minor leagues. You wasn't ready for the big leagues. I watch it in my profession. I deal with youth advocacy, and unfortunately, we could use a few good black men in that field, right? In that realm. Most black guys don't want to get in that field. You'll be surprised how much changes for the better they could do. But just like teaching as well, we need more black male teachers, but I digress. We mostly have black females in that field, whether it's education, youth advocacy, so on and so on, and social services, right? It's mostly black women. Let me tell y'all something. Most of them have this attitude, yo. Most of them have this attitude. They just cannot assimilate into a professional field. They don't even know how to do small talk every now and then. Put a smile on your damn face here and there. You don't know who's watching you. When it's time for promotion, they always skip most of y'all. And when there's a mistake where they do give some of you black women who knew how to play the game a role of power, you don't know how to act. You get drunk with it. You get this ego drunkardness where you think you can speak to anybody any type of way. As much as a cliche this comment I'm about to say is, you get more bees with honey, for whatever reason, it goes over you black females' head. Honestly, I would use a contrast with y'all literally being like the so-called tough guy, black guy that don't want to smile all day. He think being hard is a flex. Then he's surprised he doesn't move anywhere in life, right? In terms of elevating his status, getting a new profession, getting a better career. He's surprised, but he doesn't do anything to develop himself. That's who most black women want to be, I feel like. You want to be similar to that black ghetto hood booger Negro who don't go anywhere in life, don't move up anywhere in life. I mean, I could have spoke on more about Jess' response, but I saw this coming. Keep in mind, I'm saying this as a fan of hers, not her stand-up comedy, just her as a personality in general in the media space, particularly social media space. But over the years, I watch you get more and more into the mode of a ratchet female, Jess. It's really sad because a lot of you women raise your young daughters like this and then get surprised most men really don't want to be with them. Well, when you see a Breakfast Club, regardless if you want to believe this or not, they have sponsors, they have business partners, and let's just call a spade a spade. It's mostly white folks. They don't want to put up with you Negroes that make it so hard to put up a smile or become a little bit relatable. Know how to be a professional. I mean, you had Wendy Williams on there not long ago and you barely looked like you was interested to be there, Jess. It's really a damn shame because it's a testament to how most of you black women act. Now you can take this as tough love, or you could think I'm a hater. I really don't care. The truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. Most of y'all know I'm not wrong about what I'm saying. And that's what I noticed, that most YouTubers that chose to touch on this issue, and most social media content creators alike, did not address this angle. This is the main thing. You over here, Jess, choosing not to come to work, and you rather do it via Zoom because you're trying to push this stand-up comedy career. So you're skipping work while your so-called replacement is just flourishing. Yeah, you played yourself, man. You freaking played yourself. I hope some of y'all watching Jess crash out become a life lesson. I wouldn't hold my tongue on it. I think most of you still won't learn, honestly. We have enough black men that already don't know how to capitulate to the bottom line in the status quo. You black women don't need to be like that. I'm telling you, get more into your feminine energy. It'll do yourself better than trying to be somebody. Always upset, always mad. Think the whole ghetto mantra is the way to go. I know y'all think this is a rant and I went on, but it's our reality. I'm not for any snow bunnies, but I get it sometimes why some of these guys, some of these brothers, they go elsewhere. I mean, not me. I'm happily with my black queen and my black children, but I understand. I don't look for people to be around that act like the Jesses of the world, whether female or male, but I know it's deeper than just things aren't working out with Jess. She can't read the news properly. Nah, man, it's her attitude. I promise y'all. You didn't have to like Angela Yee, but let's be honest. She had a better decorum, a better bearing. She made you want to be around. She was very friendly, very feminine. That's everything that Jess Hilarious is just not. I'm sorry. But what say y'all in the comment section? Let me meet y'all there, man. Because I've been seeing this over and over, and it's like a lot of y'all just don't get it. And again, I hate to say it again, but it's very sad, y'all. It really is. But I'ma holla at y'all.